and other corruption cases will get free legal assistance. This is one area where corruption thrives with a lot of bribes and boots. Our Kevin Ogutu is in Siaya and now joins us live. Kevin, we understand it's World Anti-Corruption Day. The week celebration has begun. What else do we know in as far as Siaya in particular is concerned?
Well, a very good afternoon, Abu Bakr. As you put it, today the world marks Anti-Corruption Day amid very startling figures or statistics, because we are talking about $1 trillion being dished out in forms of bribes and $2.6 trillion that just get lost through corrupt means. So these are some of the really startling global statistics as the world marks Anti-Corruption Day. And I'm right here in Siaya, where because of how rampant the land cases issues are here in this particular county, the Community Initiative Action Group, together with the Transparency International, have decided to mark this particular day in style by addressing some of the corners when it comes to land matters, where a lot of bribery thrives, and sometimes it becomes quite unreachable to quite a big majority. So we are talking about succession issues, land transfers, and all that, which really forms a bulk of some of the cases that are normally in the corridors of the courts, in various courts in the Siaya County. So what's going on right now is that the residents here have got the opportunity to have their cases screened by legal officers here. And since I have two of the conveners here, I'll be introducing one Chris Owala here to probably bring us up to speed on what's going on here. We are made to understand that the residents here have got the opportunity to actually get their cases screened. Yes. What more do you offer them?
I think we have arrived at this because we have gotten a lot of cases from Siaya as well regarding land matters. So today we have provided them an opportunity to bring up their cases with the supporting documents, so that from here moving forward, we'll have advocates that will be able to pursue these matters in court. Because we have realized that a citizen cannot represent themselves due to the high cost of filing cases, and most of them are poor. And because even that land where they're supposed to produce, so that they can get money to eat or to have the money for litigation, is being taken away from them. So that's why we are here today. So we have just decided to mark the World Anti-Corruption Day by having a legal clinic for the people who have been suffering land injustices. And we have realized that Ukwala Land Registry is a major culprit. And we are calling the CS for lands to move in speed and offer a thorough audit. And even the DPP to prosecute these land officers, because they're government officers. Because the land registries in Siaya are run by cartel and by government, also failed to employ staff. So it's run by volunteers. So it's an enterprise for few individuals.
For you to have decided to mark the World Anti-Corruption Day with matters land, it means it's quite a big problem. But now, at what point does money exchange hand here?
Money exchange hand on two levels. One, the rich falsifies a document and they give money to the land registrars so that those documents are hidden from the real owners. Two, the survey is expensive. So a commoner might not be able to undertake. The succession is also very expensive. So the people in a family, you realize that one person who has been blessed has money. He uses his opposition or her opposition to disinherit the entire family. So, but they are colluding with the land officials. And to what extent it's moving up to the police. Because at times you realize the police are used to arrest the poor and take them to court. A case study, a woman in Ugenya, they built a home. Somebody came from nowhere, brought down their homes, still arrested them and taken them to jail. They served 6 months each. So I think the injustice has gone deeper. And at this level, that's why we are providing this service today.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Chris from the community. I have one person here who maybe she could step forward. Good afternoon and welcome to KTN News Weekend Edition, Weekend at 1. Can you tell us your name and what kind of problem that you brought to here?
Kwa majina ni Joyce Aoko Dhiambo, ni mzaliwa wa Ugenya, nimeolewa hapa Lego. Shida tunayo katika udongo, walie na pesa wanatunyanyasa. Unaweza nunua shamba na utoe pesa zako nyingi, mtu anatoka kando au ni shemeji ya mwenye udongo na tayari ulikuwa umelipia pesa yote, anaenda anakanyaga ofisi ya land, unaanza kusumbuka kuzifuata hata kama ulilipa pesa kiasi gani, na aliye na pesa anaweza haribu kila kitu. Nina parcel ya Nyandiwa tayari nililipa yote, na hao watoto ni yatima, hawawezi wakamanage. Pesa ambayo niliwalipa walinisaidia nayo kutengeneza mambo za udongo. Hayo maneno yalikuja yakaharibiwa pale, na hayo makaratasi ninayo. Kama hata majina ya hao watoto tayari yalitoka katika ucheti cha udongo.
Kwa hivyo unatarajia usaidizi gani hapa?
Nataka hao watoto warejeshewe udongo yao, niweze kugawiwa yangu. Tayari nilikuwa nimenunua. Na walikanyaga pale ni kijana kingine. Sasa hapa Siaya kuna shida. Hata udongo ambao umeheshimu miaka hata kama 16. Mtu anaweza kuja anasema hiyo udongo nataka kuirejesha nyuma kwa wenyewe. Unaangaishwa kupitia hiyo ofisi. Unapata documents zimepotezwa, zingine huwezi pata na ulizifanya safi vizuri. Ukizifuata huwezi ukazipata. Nina udongo 2 ambazo zinanisumbua. Sasa mlipokuja hapa, nafurahia mtatuangazia ni njia gani tutachukua, ni mkondo gani unayofaa mwanadamu mdhaifu aweze kuwa na haki yake. Sababu unaponunua kitu, wazee wakakaa, wakagawiwa, unafaa kuchukua ukiwa na uhakika ni yao. Sababu wazee wa umri zaidi ya hawa ulionunua nao walikuwa. Sasa kuna shida sababu walio na pesa wanatuangaisha sana.
Asante sana. Natumai kwamba utaweza kupata usaidizi. And Abu Bakar, if time will allow us, we could probably speak to Transparency International here. And welcome to KTN News, probably from the TI. What do you have to say about this? It looks like it's you are doing a joint work with the Community Initiative Action Group.
Indeed, we are doing this together with the Siaya Kenya in commemorating the International Anti-Corruption Day here in Siaya. And from our statistics, land sector is one of those sectors that is really prone to corruption. And we have been receiving quite a number of cases in this region coming from Siaya County. And that is why we decided to organize this legal aid to try and interact with the community to provide services to them as a way of also ensuring that we work with the public in uniting against corruption. So this is really important, and it's also part of the effort of trying to join with other hands. We're also having other events in Nairobi and other parts of the country, and just want to call upon all citizens to know that for us to win the fight against corruption, we have to be united, we have to work together.
Thank you so much. That is it from Siaya. As we've mentioned, the legal clinic is still ongoing. We have a number of people who have come here. They've already been taken, the issues have already been addressed by the advocates that are here, sessioned right here for this very important exercise. Back to you in studio.
Well, Kevin Ogutu, indeed, many thanks for talking to us. Our reporter who is based in Siaya, now talking to us, of course, live from Siaya, telling us of how residents are gaining legal assistance on this particular day. Well, in line with that as well, let's cross over to Meru, where my colleague George Maringa is also and equally on standby. George, how are the celebrations as well on that end?
Good afternoon, Abdullahi. Indeed, the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day 2018 is going on at the Meru Polytechnic in Meru County. And the theme is winning the fight against corruption, a sustainable path to Africa's transformation. And there are celebrations that kicked off earlier this morning with a procession from the governor's office right here to the Meru Polytechnic, where we have the officials starting with the CEO and also the governor of Meru County. And now, to just give us a deeper perspective, because the event has started or has kicked off here in Meru County, I will be engaging the CEO, Mr. Halake Wako, to just give us a deeper perspective as to why they chose Meru County for this, and more on what this day of commemoration or anti-corruption day means to residents and to the country at large. And thank you very much, sir, for joining us on KTN News. And now, why did you choose Meru for these celebrations of the country? You've had such celebrations in other parts of the country, but why Meru this time?
Thank you very much. Today is a very important day to us because it's a day set aside by the United Nations organization for the purposes of fighting corruption. And in Kenya, we are at the forefront in implementing the same as the government of Kenya. And every year on the 9th of December, it's the same that we plan and execute. And this time we planned to carry out this activity in this region, and particularly Meru County, as we had a discussion and agreement with the Honorable Governor. And we know that while we are here, we'll be properly facilitated, and Meru will be on a high pitch for us, because it's at a place where various facilities to reach out to even the neighboring counties for the purposes of communication and mobilization is concerned. So we are happy that they have the capacity, they have the goodwill, and we have seen, as we've been working in partnership with the Meru County government, that they have been at the forefront in enhancing good governance as Kenyans wish to see.
We have had, some cases that you're aware of corruption cases in the country, and one would wonder or ask, is there a reason to actually celebrate an anti-corruption day in Kenya?
There is quite a lot to celebrate. Even the fact that we identify, we understand, appreciate that there is a problem called corruption is already a success, because it's an achievement towards a positive side of moving in the good direction of the history. So we have a lot, and we do a lot. You better understand the commitment by the government, whether it's from the legislative framework, the executive commitment of resources, and the activities that you see by the law enforcement agencies, which is topped up by the public education and campaign programs like this one. And therefore, we really have a lot. You might not know that in our entire continent, Kenya is on the lead. In our region, nobody is halfway our output every year, if you go out and observe what's going on in the world. So we have quite a lot to achieve that we are celebrating today. We have a lot to show for, and our commitment is visible in this way as the people of Kenya.
Absolutely. And, this event is being held in Meru County, Abdullahi, and the host is the governor himself, Kiraitu Murungi, who has been very vocal in the fight against corruption and also supporting the president in this. And I will engage him for more on this. And thank you very much, sir, for joining us. You have been very vocal and you have supported the president in the fight against corruption. What does this day mean for you as the governor of Meru County and also for the people of Meru County at large?
As Meru County, I must say we feel very honored and privileged to the county chosen to host the celebrations to mark the UN Anti-Corruption Day. I'm aware I was there when the convention was signed in Mexico, and Kenya was the very first country in the world to put the signature on the UN Anti-Corruption Convention. So I'm happy finally what we signed in Mexico has come to Meru. We know corruption is a big issue. It is almost resisting all forms of final solutions. But I'm very happy with the Anti-Corruption Commission, or the EACC as we call it, because for you to treat a disease, first you have to diagnose it. And I think in terms of diagnosis, the EACC has done a great job. Secondly, the media is excessively focuses on arrests and prosecution. But the EACC mandate is much broader. They have done a great job in educating Kenyans about corruption. They have also done a lot in prevention of corruption. They have prevented a lot of corruption which would have happened, but it has not happened. So we are cooperating with them in Meru County. We have carried out some training of our staff here. And we want also to continue working with them, especially supporting the president, who has made the war against corruption his signature in the final term, of his presidency. And we really want to see Kenya a different society. We want to open a new page. And the prudent use of resources without them being stolen will be the best thing that will happen, because it will mean more resources to our people and a faster development.
Thank you very much. Abubakar, that has been the governor of Meru County, Kiraitu Murungi, and the CEO of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, that is Halake, just giving us a deeper perspective of the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day 2018, which is being held at the Meru Polytechnic in Meru County. And of course, Meru has played host to this national event, and we have all the officials from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, in Meru, commemorating this day, and we will keep tabs on this event as it happens and update our viewers as well. For now, I'll hand back to you in studio, Abubakar.
Well, indeed, George Maringa, many thanks for talking to us, of course, telling us of the celebrations in as far as Meru is concerned. And on that note, we are taking our first short break here on Weekend at 1 with me, Abubakar Abdullahi. We still have a lot lined up for you. We'll be back after this break. Stay tuned.